Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome to day 4 of the 31 Days of Horror. DBougie86 here again. Yes, I got an oldie but goodie for you guys today. Film from 1964 from the land of Italy, directed by Antonio Margheriti. We got The Long Hair of Death, yes. Of course, this is the 88 Films Italian Collection edition. I know Raro Video in the United States put this out there. So if you're interested, I recommend both versions. I actually own both of them. I decided to watch the 88 Films Blu-ray for once. I had it in the collection. Wanted to check out the little differences to see if it was a little different. It's been a while since I've seen this film too. But yeah, this one, of course, Antonio Margheriti directed, starring Barbara Steele. Gothic horror classic, if you want to say. Pretty much the main plot of this one, we're introduced to this beginning scene where this woman is on trial for murder and she is burned at the stake, and she curses the town. What ends up happening is her other oldest daughter, Helen, ends up being murdered also by this count, and the youngest daughter, Elizabeth, actually ends up living with the count and the count's son, who, as we find out, is kind of a dick when the movie keeps going. We find out certain aspects about him that he's pretty much the cause of all this bullshit that's happening. When I get more into my final thoughts on him, and I get to my final thoughts, but it goes into the future, and it's pretty much the way that this town is set up. What Elizabeth's mother foretold, the plague has plagued the town, and the townspeople are all getting sick, and the count is very scared and frail in health himself. But then one night happens where Elizabeth's mother's curse comes full circle, and a mysterious woman named Mary comes to town, who is also played by Barbara Steele, who, as they know, and certain people know, kind of resembles Helen in a way. That's where I'm going to leave the plot off on this one, because, yeah, pretty much if you figured out what's going on, there's a little, like, supernatural aspect of this movie that's about to happen, and I love that about that. It's pretty much like a supernatural revenge film, and it's set in, like, this great gothic atmosphere, which really sets up the tones. Shot in lavish black and white. The black and white in this film is glorious to look at, especially on this Blu-ray transfer. It's fucking outstanding. It really, like, the scale. And I always love, like, the gothic, like, atmosphere of black and white films. Like, of course, Black Sunday, and this one is no particular. Castle of Blood, another Antonio Margheriti film. Do a phenomenal job with setting the tone and the atmosphere and the mood of the film. And this one has, like, that great gothic feel that I always loved in, like, older movies. And just a very interesting way to tell a story, because this one is a slow burn film, because you don't really know how the film is going to end until the end hits you. And it's a fucking great ending too. It's just a phenomenal way of ending a movie, and you just put a smile on my face every time I watch it. Really great performances. Barbara Steele does a tremendous job in her role. And yeah, it's really cool because it kind of has, like, some cat and mouse aspects throughout the story too that I really dig, especially with, like, Elizabeth and the Mary character, as we are known her as Mary, was really interesting, especially with the kind of like a love triangle aspect of it, which is weird. And of course, the main guy in the movie, Kurt, is fucking such a dickhead, man. Yeah, he's a piece of shit when you find out some of the shit that he's done and shit that he plans, and, just a fucking piece of shit, But yeah, this one has a great, like, atmospheric 60s score, which really sets the tone. It's very Hammer-esque, the score, which I really dig. And yeah, it's a really great film. If you're not, like, a major fan of, like, the giallos of the Italian cinema, or, like, you know, like the later day Italian films. This one has like a Euro cult setting, and it's very Euro cult based, which what I mean by Euro cult is mostly like early 60s with like the certain aspect of a early gothic film, like Hammer films, like from UK, or like early like French, like Jean Roland films, that has like that certain type of feel still inside of them, which this one does too. And I highly recommend it if you like these old like slow burn gothic horror films with some great atmosphere and beautiful black and white cinematography. I highly recommend this film, and the ending of this one keeps you enthralled, and you're glad you stuck with it from the end. So if I had to rate The Long Hair of Death, I'm gonna give it a solid 9 out of 10. This is a fucking great piece of cinema from the middle to late early 60s, you know what I mean? It's like in the mid 60s area. So yeah, 9 out of 10. I highly enjoy this. This is a great revisit. It's been a while since I watched this one, and for the 88 films version, I don't have like the rare version on me, but you get a documentary, The Italian Gothic, The Horrors of Antonio Margheriti, which is an interview with like Antonio Margheriti's son, and he talks about like his dad's involvement with like the Gothic horror films and certain aspects of those. And yeah, really cool stuff. I actually do also recommend Margheriti's Giallo, The Seven Deaths of the Cat's Eye, because of that setting. It has like a very gothic Euro setting in that one too. But yeah, fucking check out The Long Hair of Death. 9 out of 10. Fucking awesome shit. Alright guys, that's it for this day. I know like the last day I was like having like a tongue twister, because once you start doing these videos over and over again, you get like the fucking what's it called, like, you know, like Thursday, like, you know. Yeah, but yeah, this is it for this review for today, guys. I'll be back tomorrow with another one. Not sure what I'm gonna review. Like I said, it's like the roll of the dice. So I'll see you then. Peace out.